Hello, all you happy people. Welcome to Pretty Doesn't Bite. Today is going to be something a little new, a little different. I haven't done it before, so bear with me. I will preface this by saying I am not a makeup expert. I have never been to cosmetology school. I have never, studied, I guess, how to put on makeup and all these things. So I am not a professional makeup artist. Everything that I've learned, I learned off YouTube and experimenting and sort of just trying to figure out what works on my skin and what doesn't. With that said, I am going to try today to do a makeup tutorial for you guys. I'm just starting with the basics. The one that I'm doing today is just foundation. I'll do one that's sort of eyeshadow, mascara, and one of these days I will make a video that divulges my secrets on how to get the perfect cat eye. That's the one thing, if I can't do anything else, I always get compliments on my cat-eyed eyeliner. So I'm gonna do that. I've got some new things coming that will help as far as filming videos. So hopefully when those get here, I will be more mobile and my videos will be more multi-dimensional and high-tech and all that cool stuff. One of the cool things about the video today is that I am using, I'm cheating a tiny bit. One of my products is not a drugstore product, but you can actually find its equivalent in a drugstore. I was actually in Ulta the other day and saw not the exact same product, but something very similar. Today, you're going to need a makeup sponge, and I'm not using my beauty blender. I'm using just a regular little cheapo makeup sponge. Shook my camera, sorry about that. You're gonna need a primer, and I'm gonna be trying out the NYX Tea Tree Balance Primer. I just got this when I was in Ulta. I've seen it around. I wanted to try it. I'm a huge fan of tea tree oil, and lately, I think probably because of stress and finals and job hunting, my skin has been a little bit out of whack, so hopefully this helps. You're going to need a foundation, and I'm going to be using Maybelline Dream Nude Air Foam in shade 350 Caramel. I think this is actually discontinued, which upsets me to no end, but as is usual, when I find products that I like, they get rid of them. Super annoying. I'm gonna hang on to this for dear life until it's out or it expires, which it might have already expired, but we're not gonna tell anybody. Then you're gonna need a setting powder, and I'm gonna be using Sephora's Bright Set Powder. You might see this referred to as banana powder because it's yellow. But because I've got golden shades in my skin, that's actually useful for me. I have another setting powder, the Bare Minerals translucent powder that probably everybody who's heard of Bare Minerals has heard of or sampled or whatever. For this tutorial, I'm using something a little bit less expensive. So far I've got, you can get a pack of these for less than $3. I think this was 10 or 11. The primer was 10 at Ulta, and then the setting powder is 16 at Sephora. And then the last thing is just a powder, a fluffy powder brush. This is from Eco Tools, which I love. One of these days I'll find a full lineup of Eco Tools. So far it's sort of hunt and peck. But they're really nice brushes, and they're really inexpensive. You're going to start with a clean face, clean and moisturized. You never want to put makeup on top of skin that's not clean and moisturized because it just looks really nasty, and why would anyone do that? I'm going to start with a primer. And if I were using my beauty blender, I would put this on the beauty blender and then spread it around, but since I'm not using a beauty blender, I'm just going to use my fingers. ugh. So there's that, and that might actually be too much, but whatever. So just like you would a lotion or whatever, you're going to spread this on and cover any area that foundation is going to cover. This feels nice. It's very smooth. All right, so now that the primer is on, that's just going to set my skin and prep it for the foundation that I'm about to put on top. I have never used this primer before, so I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work, but generally you use a primer to make sure that your skin isn't greasy and that your foundation doesn't like slide off your face and onto your clothes and places where it doesn't belong. So I'm going to shake this up, which is another reason why I like it. It's like I'm spray painting my face, but not really. I'm going to put this on my sponge like so. Magical. I'm going to start with problem areas. So you can see I've got blemishes. I'm just going to pat this over. Those weird spots. And then I'm going to blend up. So I'm starting at my chin. Blending back. Ooh, not dropping the sponge. And then doing the other side. I probably should have clipped my hair back before I did this, but whatever. What's done is done. So now I'm going to just add a little bit more. And you really don't need a whole lot of this stuff. It's very light. It's a little bit sheer, but it does a good job as far as coverage. I mean, you can already kind of see a difference. You want to pat. You don't want to rub because sometimes when you rub, you get lines. So if I were to do like rub, like I would rub away my primer, which is a problem. It's there for a reason. And then you would be able to see exactly where I put the foundation on. And the point is to make it flawless. So I'm almost done here. Okay, so you might have noticed that I didn't just add more product to my sponge before I put it on my eyes. You don't really need to, unless your eyes have blemishes, which I'm sure that's a thing, but like you don't really have to worry about that. And then just lightly pressing along my forehead. And now I'm pretty covered. I'm happy with this. If I were doing anything like major, I would be using a heavier foundation. I have Becca, I believe. It's like a matte foundation. It's also really expensive, which is why I didn't use it for this video, because I wanted you guys to be able to purchase, if you were interested, like any of the products without like cracking open your piggy bank. So now I'm going to go to the setting powder, and I'm going to swirl my brush in here, and this is probably going to freak some people out who have never like put makeup on like seriously before. It's going to look a little bit crazy, but I promise you it'll be worth it. So yeah, I'm going to put my brush in here, and then I'm just going to tap all over. And you can't see it right now because, well, maybe you can, I don't know. You can't really see it like on camera, but this looks really crazy. Like I look like I stuck my face in some yellow flour, and have created a whole mess. But what the setting powder does is it soaks up like any extra oil in your face, especially like if you've just moisturized and you didn't wait in between moisturization and primer. It's going to soak up all that extra oil and whatnot and set your foundation. But like you can see right now, I look like a yellow ghost. I'm going to let this sit for just a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to brush the excess off, and you'll be able to see like how much smoother my skin looks. Hopefully you'll be able to see with the camera. I'm going to go find something to do. Okay, so we've let that sit. I'm going to take my powder brush again and just blend. You can also make sounds if you like to. That's just me. Okay, so this is my canvas. I didn't do concealer. I didn't do like anything else on top, like blush or whatever. This is just foundation. So once you've got this down, you can move on to like all that other fancy stuff. So I hope this was helpful. Try it out. Let me know how it goes in the comments below. Post a picture. I don't know if you can do that on YouTube, but if you can, you should. Let me know how it works. Let me know what works for you. And let me know what else you want to see. If you want to see that winged out eyeliner tutorial right away, let me know. And I'm willing to do like other things too, within reason, of course. I'll see you guys soon. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great week. Bye.